What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know we get it in, right? In a menudo style and direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up. Thank you guys so much. Now, get out of here. You're not welcome. Man, Karens, bro. Look. For someone that does YouTube, I'm not really up on a lot of these new words that are being used or what's going on out there in the real world, man. I pay attention to me and my own. Me and my family and what I got going on. I go from point A to point B. Costco, check. You know what I mean? Winco, check. Trader Joe's, check. Whatever it may be, I'm going in and out. Gasoline, you know what I mean? Fill me up and let's go. That's about it. But there's a lot of new school words that are out there that I'm not really up on game. And one of the words that jumps out to me is Karen. A pinchy Karen, right? What's a Karen? You see the thumbnail, so you know what it is, right? And it's not necessarily a white woman. It could be any woman or a man. There's men Karens, I guess. People that fucking go hating on you and are tripping, whether it be racially or because they don't like the way you look or you're not supposed to be here. But I actually, for the first time in my life, had a run-in with, well, not the first time, but that I actually recognized it, had a run-in with Karen yesterday, right? So I wanted to tell the little story because this is how it ended. I should have pulled my phone out and recorded the bitch, but I didn't, right? And to the women that feel that she was a BI, right? So look, this is what went down. So I had to go grocery shopping yesterday because I need to buy comida so I can cook for my kids. But not only that, I need to be able to cook for these videos that I'll be doing. You know, I'm going to make some bomb barbecue chicken tonight. I'll be doing the video tomorrow showing the makings of that. It's going down. A little macaroni and cheese, a little barbecue chicken. I got the soul in me, right? Brothers, stand up. Brothers know what it is right now, right? It's just that craft shit, though, man. I ain't going to make the homemade, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to knock me a black hyena so I can taste some homemade macaroni and cheese. That'll be the day. So look, anyways, trip out on this. So I'm going to go to the store yesterday. I was having a good day, man. I hit my 100K on YouTube, man. I'm happy about that. Hard work does pay off. Being humble in this situation, man, I just appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. So anyways, I'm wiggling to the store, going about my everyday life, and I got a whole basket full of groceries, food stamp style, right? I went and bought shit I didn't even need. And I'm feeling pretty good because I can't wait to get home and get into the Zuzus and the Wham Whams, right? I can't wait to break open some of them motherfucking them chips and get busy. And as I'm coming out, there's a lady that's parked right next to me and she's putting her groceries in. So of course I'm waiting because her car door is close to mine, so I don't kind of want to fucking, you know what I mean? I don't want to bump her. I'm patient. Do your thing, girl. You know what I mean? The milk ain't gonna spoil, but if it does, we're gonna have issues. So I'm just right there with my little basket on my own some. And she starts looking back at me and she goes, if you expect me to start going fast, you got another thing coming, pal. Now, she was an overweight white lady, right? Kind of like Jenny Jones before she lost weight, right? So I'm looking at her and I'm like, nah, ma'am, you know, do your thing. And she goes, what do you mean, ma'am? You look older than me. And I said, oh, this bitch done, she want to go crazy, right? I'm about to throw an Oreo cookie at her ass, right? So I said, nah, ma'am, again, you know, do your thing, man. Take your time. It's fine, right? And she goes, I am going to take my time, right? And I said, well, fuck you, right? Now, your door's getting scraped, right? So now I start putting my shit in like, fuck it, man. I ain't going to wait for this chick. I was trying to be courteous and be an adult in the situation, right? But I'm really on some gangster shit, right? She just doesn't know. So she starts throwing shit in the back of her car, fucking just ruining her own fucking shit. She has like a little SUV. So the pop's back, you know, it's open in the back and she's just throwing shit in there. Leche, fucking milk, just everywhere, peanut butter. You know what I mean? You know, the meatloaf, prepare your own meatloaf packs. You know how the white people do it. Keep it real. There's the white homies like, yeah, we do meatloaf prepare packs, right? So she's throwing shit in there and jars of coffee and I'm just kind of looking, right? And she catches my eye and she goes, what? And I'm like, nah, it's you know, it's fine if you don't like your upholstery shit. You know, I'm Mexican. We take pride in our shit. You know, we take it to the detail shop once a month. And this is what I'm thinking. And she's like, I hate Mexicans. Okay, you guys know me. You know, if you don't know me in life, you know me from here. And I'm a very big advocate for the unity of all people as well as my culture. You know, you're not going to disrespect Mexicans in front of me and get away with it without going, at least getting a tongue lashing, right? So when she says that, it's like slow motion. I said, bitch, right? I said, okay, you know, she wants to get racial, right? So, we're going to get real racial, right? Nah. So she says that, and I'm like, what does that have to do with anything, right? With you being a dummy. And I say that out loud. I said, what does that have to do with anything of you being a dummy? And she goes, oh, I'm smarter than you. I parked straight. You parked at an angle. I said, bitch, that's so you don't scrape my rims, right? And I didn't park too much at an angle, but I did one or two things. I parked so she wouldn't scrape my rims. I didn't know it was her, but anybody wouldn't scrape my rims because I was parked there before her. And also because, so that way our doors wouldn't hit, I have wiggle room, right? I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And so she's like, you're an idiot. It's you people that come over the border that take our jobs, that ruin our lives. You affect my relationship. I said, shit, a paisa boned her, bumped los tucanes and bounced on her ass, right? So I start going in. So what I do is, all right, let me start the car. And she's like, you're going to run me over? Oh my God, just put your Kool-Aid juice packs in the back, bitch, and bounce, right? So I start the car and I put on fucking los bookies. Put it in no bass, all treble. She loses it. This chick, I've seen this shit on the internet, right? And I've seen them throw fits and go crazy. Trip out what happened. She starts screaming over the music. Turn it down. I'm making a citizen's arrest on you. You're playing your music too loud. I'm going to have the authorities take your stereo. And I said, bitch, right? I'm just trying to get my Captain Crunch and my shit into the back. Relax, right? So I feel like this is getting out of hand. I don't want the cops to get called. So I'm like, look, trip out. I said, hey, ma'am, I'm sorry. Stop calling me ma'am. I'm young. I'm beautiful. My husband loves me. I said, oh, fuck you and your husband. Call him over here so I can whip his ass one time for his mind, right? I'm ready to go to jail, man. You know, and you're really going to frustrate me if my fucking food spoils, right? So I'm trying to just hurry up. Now I'm trying to hurry. Like, man, I'm trying to avoid the situation. This chick is right there at my window screaming in my face, right? So now I got my stuff in there. And I got and I'm about to back out. I'm jamming, right? She still has half a cart. She left her cart of food to come around the side to my driver's side to yell with me, right? And I'm just turning the music up louder, right? Like, bitch, I don't even hear you. I threw on some Earth, Wind, and Fire now. Like, okay, if you don't like brown, you definitely ain't gonna like black, right? You know what I mean? So I'm on the bumping some Brazilian rhyme, and this chick is really going through it. So she stands in the back of my car so I can't pull out. And I'm looking back in the rear view and I'm like, no way. And she's screaming and she's on the phone with, I guess, her husband or whoever she's talking to. And she was like, this Mexican is harassing me. And I hear her. So I turn down the music. I go, hey, man, what's your problem with Mexicans? That's when she hits me with, you guys taking all our jobs. You're coming over our borders. You're raping our women. You're hurting the integrity and the fabric of the United States of America. And I look at her and just as, hey, this is real talk. This is exactly what I said, right? Before the cops came. I said, bitch, I voted for Trump. Right? And she just looks at me and she goes, oh, right? And I'm thinking, okay, maybe that'll calm her down, right? Maybe she was just going through a panic attack. She starts going off, Biden, ah! I said, oh, fuck, one of these, right? A straight hippie. So I'm like, hey, can I just go, man? I just want to go. No. A big old Tonka truck pulls up about 5 minutes later, right? So I'm there the whole time. I'm just sitting in my car bumping music. I'm about ready to start smoking again. That's how serious it was, right? And this big Tonka truck pulls up. This big old white dude comes out. He's like, what are you doing to my mother? Right? And I told you she was old, right? All scruffy, big old beard down to here, straight Republicaned out, right? Which is cool because we can agree on some things. So he comes up and I'm like, look, bro. And I start explaining to him, he's cool. He's a cool dude. He's like, nah, bro, it's cool. So he's trying to calm his mother down, like, and she's shaking, literally shaking, like if I hurt her. And she was like, he looked like he was going to hurt me, right? And I go, I didn't look like nothing, man. I'm just trying to get home and dunk my Oreos and some milk and shit. You see, black, white, I'm cool with everyone, right? And the dude was like, look, bro, she does this, right? He goes, I hate to tell you, my mom's a Karen, right? So I had to Google Karen when I got back, right? Because I've been hearing that before, but I didn't know what it was. But look, it gets worse. So this guy tells his mom it's cool. They're out of the way of my car. I start to back out. She jumps on the trunk of my car. You're not going anywhere. I called the authorities. I said, oh, fuck, no, I ain't trying to go to jail. I got YouTube to do. I got to work. My kids are hungry. Whatever, right? So the cops pull up. What you know about they had your boy handcuffed yesterday for harassing a Karen? Oh, man, you want to know what saved me? This is what saved me. True story. This is what saved me yesterday. So I'm like, man, it wasn't nothing like that. I was just trying to leave. She started freaking out, you know. They're like, did she attack you? I said, absolutely not. Did she harm you or stop you from going anywhere? I said, absolutely not. You know, I'm not going to fucking throw her under the bus because I'm feeling some type of way. Because really she was feeling, I just want to go home, eh? You know, the shit that's supposed to be cold is already getting hot. The shit that's supposed to be hot is getting cold, right? So I'm like, fuck, I'm just trying to bounce. And I've never dealt with the type of situation like this. So now I know how people on the internet feel. And especially the brothers, man, that have to deal with this all the time. I'm Mexican. It happens, but barely, right? So this chick is talking to the cops and she's pointing and the cops looking back at me. And they got me in cuffs already. Immediately. Hey, as soon as they see my tattoo, submit to restraints, right? I'm already cuffed. And I'm like, wow. And there's people, it's embarrassing. People are passing by. They're looking at me like, fucking Mexican. You take all our jobs, right? All these white people. And then there's Mexicans looking at me like, they're praying and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, man. The brothers is looking like, better you than us, bro, right? I'm like, damn. So then the cop says, look, she doesn't want to press charges. She just doesn't. She wants to put a restraining order on it. I said, a restraining order? I've never, what do you mean? He's like, I know. And this dude was a Mexican cop. He was cool, right? The other white cop was on me, right? He's the one that cuffed me. So the Mexican dude's like, look, bro, shit happens, right? I was like, bro, I didn't do nothing. So he's like, look, his partner, they start talking. He's like, I'm thinking I'm going to jail. She leaves. She's gone, right? So I'm like, fuck, man, I'm trying to talk my way out of it. Like, hey, man, I'll just community serve. Whatever I got to do, hey, I'm not, fuck that. I haven't been to jail in a minute. I ain't trying to go back for nothing. The manager, there's a commotion. There's all kinds of people rubbernecking, looking, right? I'm so embarrassed, right? I'm thinking, damn, they probably recognize me from YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm going to flick it up like that. Hey, guess what? Gunner got locked up. They're going viral, right? So, motherfucking, the manager comes out, one of the managers, and he's like, what's going on here? And he starts talking to the cop, and I'm thinking, fuck, now I'm going to get sued by the parking lot of Winco Foods, right? It's all bad. He breaks out the tapes. Straight up. Cops go in there. I'm handcuffed. Another cop car pulls up. Man, they're acting like if they fucking seen an alien in front of the store, right? A whole bunch of cop cars. They go in. They review the tapes. He comes out, says uncuff him, and says, man, you could have pressed charges. She was basically holding up your vehicle. And I was like, nah, it ain't that serious. I said, I don't know. I think she just needed her medication or something, right? And that was it. So I end up bouncing, right? So my thing is this. That was my first interaction yesterday with a Karen. Righteously real. Damn, they're a trip, eh? You know, I advise anyone who gets in that type of conflict to handle it the way I did. Don't say too much. Be as courteous as possible. Find subliminal ways to disrespect like I was doing, you know what I mean? Which is bumping my music and shit. She just didn't like it. And it's cold. It's a cold world we live in where people racial profile or they trip. I mean, why did I get handcuffed? She was the one screaming. Why was it on me? I'm gonna tell you why it was. My tattoos, my demeanor, the rims on my vehicle. I don't know. I guess I looked the gang member part, right? So automatically they assumed I was doing something to this BI. I wasn't doing shit to her, right? Even her son was like, go home, mom. You know what I mean? Take your fucking Zoloft. So, I mean, it was a situation where, you know, I felt very embarrassed and I feel more embarrassed for her, you know, just being that type of woman, but it happens. You know, I see a lot of shit on YouTube like that of these Karens harassing people. I seen one where this guy was, it was funny, right? Because I started Googling this shit. Like, fuck that. It affected my life. I almost had a heart attack, right? My diabetes went through the roof. So I started looking at this video and it pops up, right? Trip out on it, right? It's on YouTube. You could Google it. I forget what it's called. But anyways, this guy's like a pizza delivery guy, a black dude. And he pulls up to this apartment complex. You know, most apartments nowadays, back in our days, they were just ghetto, right? Project shit. Nowadays, they're all gated, you know, so you can get in and get out. And a lot of people trip. You know, if they see some funny looking car or whatever, they're going to say something. They're going to jam them up like, hey, you know, you're not supposed to be here. I understand. Safety and security comes first. This was a crazy world we live in. But anyways, he's a fucking pizza delivery guy. Domino's, right? He's not trying to harass someone. Or maybe he was an Uber driver. I don't know. He had a pizza, though. And he's trying to deliver it. And this Karen is stopping him. No, you can't be here. And she goes, you're black. Black people don't live here. Black people are walking past like, God damn, brother, you're going through it, right? And he was like, there's blacks right there. And she was like, but they're lighter skinned than you. I was like, oh, fuck, right? This is wild world we live in. And it's coming to a point now where we're letting these people get away with this shit. And when I say these people, I don't necessarily mean racial shit, because it's not only white ladies. It just happened to be a white lady in my case. But I seen one where it was a black chick and a Mexican chick. And it's just crazy. It's wild, right? Karens now are the thing, I guess. And it seems like a lot more women and even men, I've seen men Karens now, that are choosing to, I guess they feel like empowered. You know, they feel like they're making a change in the world. But you notice a lot of it does become racial. A lot of it does become, it's a fear. I think it's a fear. They fear people, you know. Because back in my days, I'm going to keep it real. White chicks love paisas. They couldn't get enough of it. The cajenas on the hairy chest, I don't know if it was the way the hair stood out or that they were only 5 feet tall and they were that motherfucker doing the los buki with boots. Whatever it was, there was always a paisa with a fat white chick. Tell me I'm lying. Straight up. You know, and then somewhere along the line, those same fat white chicks decided to fucking go on Slim Fast, slim it down in the middle a bit, and then brothers started to notice them and they was like, hey, that there is Snow Bunny. And then next thing you know, it was the brothers with the white chicks, right? Meanwhile, us Chicanos, sorry, we always kept it low and slow. We had our Chicanas. We were winning, right? But I'm just saying, this is the route that it went. But now people are just feeling empowered and this world has changed. Now it's like, fuck, bro, you can't even just go mind your own business, get some groceries or get some gas or fucking take your kid to Chuck E. Cheese or whatever. There's going to be someone that has something, they feel some type of way about it. I would be first in line if it wasn't for fucking, no, bitch, you'd be first in line if your fat ass got off your ass and got here first. Period. Straight up. Anyways, with that being said, I just wanted to tell that little story about Karen's, man. I made that thumbnail real quick just to show you, you know, what it really is. But yeah, she came at me, so I should have recorded it. That shit was hilarious. It would have went viral. She was crazy. She was, I can't breathe. I was like, I'm not putting my chorra in your mouth, so obviously you can. The outtake is more than the intake, I'll tell you that. Slow it down. Fuck. At the end of the day, you know, I got home to some soggy bacon, and that was about it. So with that being said, man, if you ever, you know, if you have any stories about running into Karens, man, let me know in the comments. Shit's trippy, I know. It just is what it is. I thought I'd get a little personable. Now I'm going to go in the kitchen and start preparing my chicken for tonight, man. I'm going to make some bomb-ass barbecue chicken, some mac and cheese, maybe some pork and beans. I don't know. You know, it just depends on how the wiggle and the wind blows. But I'm going to get down and not go outside because, you know, the Cash Me Outside girl, how about that, is out there. And, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, cops is pulling up and sons and all kind of, what was her son supposed to do? Blind me with his beard? I'd have socked him right in his motherfucking chin and half his hair would have fell off. He'd have been like the Vato from ZZ Top when he shaved his shit. I'm telling you, I ain't playing. Anyways, with that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. Be aware of your surroundings. Mind your own business, man. And if you ever run into a Karen, do what I do and just be quiet, bro. Because, hey, I'm telling you, that one cop, he was ready to take my ass to San Quentin. I didn't even do shit. He was like, stop resisting. I was like, oh, hell no. Luckily, the Mexican cop was there. And he was like, I know, I know. And that was it. ¿Sabes qué? You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, and bring you some of the realest and illest content I can on YouTube. A little bit funny, but all the way real, man. Wow. Now I know what a Karen is. That motherfuckers in YouTube ain't lying, bro. These videos I went on a binge last night. I'm going to tell you right now, these chicks are amazing. I see one dude. He was a vato. I'm putting you under citizen's arrest. The black dude was like, you can suck my dick. I was crazy. Anyways, man, with that being said, gente, do your thing, man. Get your wiggle on. This is the gun. Bang, bang.